Chicken shabu-shabu.
Chicken shabu-shabu? What is it?
Um, well, shabu-shabu is
Japanese thing.
It's actually like from Mongolia.
From Mongolia.
I mean, when the Genghis Khan
Yeah.
intruded Korea,
Yeah.
it spreaded to Korea
Yeah.
and Japan. It's called shabu-shabu because Japanese expression of the sound of this cuisine sounds like shabu-shabu for them.
Yeah.
But in Korea, still it's called Genghis Khan.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like in the big bowl, you put vegetable and make a broth and put some meat and boil it.
Okay, it was like a Mongolian cuisine at the base because they're nomad and they are always traveling. As you said last time, they always eat it was Inuit who always eating like just only meat, not.
Yeah. But the Mongolians, they always have a big pot on their horse, and then they have dried horse meat.
Yeah.
And then they would make a soup. On the way, they would put some, I don't know what, some plants, and then mix with the horse meat and boil it.
I think you're kind of interested in this kind of like a how can I say, like culture thing, different by like country and like civilization, how it developed in the history or something like that, even in the cuisine. Did you research on internet about the history of shabu-shabu?
Sometimes I research because I'm really much interested in cooking. I like cooking and I like tasting, and if I go to restaurant now, the first thing I would do is I would like to distinguish the ingredients while I'm eating. That's a funny game for me.
Okay, but also like you also interested in like a history of country, like as you said, like a Japanese were Korean or something like this at the yeah. So you were interested of like a immigration of a human being or something like this?
I'm basically interested in history, and I don't know. I'm interested in our origins, like what our ancestor did and how the culture continued. For me, it's interesting subject.
Yeah, I felt that when I talked to you, you were kind of interested at the origin of something, But the thing is, it's really, I think, is your perspective make me think that is quite jiu-jitsu perspective. You know why?
What? Even with the history, it sounds like a jiu-jitsu perspective.
Yeah, because I mean, the name of it, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, it really like for who doesn't train any martial arts or something like that, it like sounds like a dog's race or something like Brazilian jiu-jitsu or something like this. But always like martial arts is from like Asia, like a Thai boxing and like a judo and taekwondo or something like this. But Brazilian thing is kind of not really usual. But the thing is, what I wanted to say is, jiu-jitsu is from Japan.
Yeah.
So I think you should be really curious. About this kind of history or something like this. It influenced. Maybe this kind of perspective is influenced to you.
Not really. I mean, I don't care much about history of martial arts. I mean, I would be interested, but it doesn't really matter to me. if it's originated from like Japan or Brazil. Because I just like martial arts in general.
Mm.
But it's because I love martial arts. I would have a look into history of martial arts.
Mm. So you're interested, but not really interested.
No, I mean I'm interested in
Yeah.
history in general, but it's not because of martial arts.
Martial arts. Okay. It looks really good, your kimono.
Oh, thank
Today.
you. Yeah.
What is the logo of
It's Vital, and
what is the
it's their commercial logo. It's like
It's Vital's logo?
yeah, like in hospital you have this
Yeah, heartbeat.
heartbeat, someone dying or alive. So they took this sign. It's like V, I guess.
Because jiu-jitsu save people's life.
I don't think so. I don't know. I should search why they made this name, but I don't really care.
Vital is a really good brand in jiu-jitsu, right?
It's rather good, I think. Yeah, but I shouldn't say something. It's maybe a bit confidential, so I just say I can say it's a good brand.
Do you feel? Sorry. Do you feel a difference of a texture of a kimono by a brand or something like this? For example, Venum is how it feels like Venum's kimono.
Venum's kimono texture is fine, but the only bad thing about Venum is it reduces too much.
What does it mean? Reduce it?
If I wash Venum gi, I don't know, like 10 times, then it reduced like 1 or 2 size, which is huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But not Vital.
No, I think the Vital gi is already shrinked first, and then they sell it, maybe. So I don't see a big difference with the Vital.
Okay. And Hayabusa is...
Never tried Hayabusa.
Oh, yeah?
Because I wouldn't want to use this brand because they use the Japanese sun rising flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot avoid my Korean side. So,
So what's your the most expensive kimono that you have? Like I saw that the price of kimono is kind of crazy for me.
yeah. I have Storm gi. Probably it's most expensive. But yeah, it's probably like 300,000 won, which is I don't know, like $220 or something. But when I buy Storm gi, I buy only when it's like 1+1, like giveaway sale. So I would say it's a half price. Yeah.
So you have like a 3,000 kimono, right?
3,000?
Yeah.
What?
3,000 no, 300, sorry. $300 kimono.
No, 200.
200, okay.
Yeah, 20.
Sorry.
Something like that.
So, but I personally have a judo kimono.
Yeah.
I felt that judo kimono is less thick than jiu-jitsu kimono. No,
Probably in like on the skirt part, it's thinner, I think. It really depends on the material they're using and the company, actually. Some judo gi, they are really thick, and some jujitsu gi, they are really thin, so it really depends, I think.
Okay, so there's no like a general difference between judo gi and
There is general difference. It's about
what is
the arm would be shorter with the judo gi, and it will be wider. The arm part and the pants, they are wider in judo gi. Jujitsu gi is more fit to the body.
what is the reason? Because if it's too wide, it's easier to grab, something like this, and it's not is it better to do some movement when you in the ground situation if the gi is too wide or something like this. Like a yeah.
I think when judo started, it started in Japan, and they were all wearing kimono in that time. So they made a standard from traditional type of kimono. So their kimono is very wide, like this.
Like Kyokushin karate kimono, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's about standardization, and jujitsu is developed pretty much later. So they regulate the gi like this. But yeah, also like in the manner of the sports, judo doesn't like to have long sleeve because of hand fights, I think. Yeah.
Okay. But is it allowed to grab at the wrist at judo? Just wrist, like nogi jujitsu.
I think so.
Okay. But the thing is, for me, I always talk about the. I said you that when I do martial arts, I always thinking about the self defense or something like this.
Yeah.
But maybe it's really personal opinion. But the thing is, for me, as a self defense and kimono jujitsu, gi jujitsu is for me it's not really like a street fights concept, because for me kimono is really like accessory, because it's not t-shirt. When we fight, there is only t-shirt and jean, belt, and sneakers, not kimono with a bare foot or something like this,
Yeah.
That's why for me it's too far from like a street fight situation for me.
Yeah. So your question would be like, is gi jujitsu helpful for self-defense situation?
I think for me, like a nogi is much closer to like a self-defense than gi jujitsu. For me, I'm just white belt, so it's just white belt's perspective. I don't know anything, but
so you want to talk about gi and nogi? What is better for self-defense?
No, I mean, I just wanted to like ask you, how do you think about, because for me, kimono is.
Yes. So what I'm wondering is, what is your question actually?
Okay.
Yeah.
Kimono is. You don't think that, because I feel that the jiu-jitsu guy say that, yeah, kimono jiu-jitsu actually help for self-defense, but I feel that it's really far from that, because in the summer we wear a t-shirt and jean, it's different texture, and in the winter it's like a jumper or something like a jacket or something like this. It's still different.
Yeah.
Why not to grab a hair or something like this,
Yeah. So the question is gi jujitsu really helpful?
So yeah,
for self-defense?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's helpful for self-defense about gi jujitsu is you actually have sparrings every day and train every day in the wrestling kind of situation. So I admit that nogi would be more suitable for self-defense, but if you fight, actually, like, who would be? I don't know, like famous jiu-jitsu fighters in the street, like, can Robert win him? I would say no, because they're trained. So in this sense, it's helpful. Okay, but it is not for without gi situation. So in a certain extent, it is helpful
Mm.
because it's a martial art and you are exposed to a situation with someone attacking you. Okay, but of course, you need to learn how to defend yourself from the punch or
Mm.
some weapons, things like that.
Mm.
But the thing is, will be better to train gi jiu-jitsu than training nothing for self-defense.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
But for me, the thing changed the most, which makes the most the difference between a street fight.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't really like the word street fight because for me it's kind of childish.
Yeah.
But I mean, street fight, the difference, which thing that makes the most of the difference between street fight and like a all martial art, like Thai boxing, jiu-jitsu, or something like this, is the surface of the fight stand. That means mat and tatami. Because when I was training Thai boxing, there's kind of surface like there's tatami mat. So with this one, I can like jump in some way, very comfortably. I trained in some surface. So on this surface, I can kick really well. On this surface, I can punch really well, even if someone make a slip and slip me.
Yeah.
It is not really a big deal, because it's on the mat, and also like a jiu-jitsu mat, like even if there is there is someone who does a jujigatame is it right?
Jujikatame is armbar.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the thing for judo
throws.
yeah, judo throw, or like some kind of even passing guard
Yeah.
with knee on the surface or something like this. And then like a double leg takedown, and you put your knee on the surface.
Yeah.
I think on concrete is really not unrealistic for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think there's a lot of people who say that. Yeah. If there's no glove, it doesn't work. Your boxing. If there is no kimono, it doesn't work. Your jiu-jitsu. If there is no blah blah, there is no. I mean, this kind of thing can influence the fight, but for me, the most of the dangerous thing is concrete surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people say that judo is the most powerful martial arts for the street fight, because the Thai box and boxing is your pist who can punch you, but judo is the art who that smash you with the gravity. How do you think about that?
I agree on that, because so before in Japan, they wanted to find one martial art for the police department, and so they made everyone compete, like each martial art compete to prove what is the best martial arts for street fight situation, or something unexpected situation, so that police can control culprits. So judo won the contest, so they took judo as national sport. In that time of judo, they could grab the legs and do some other brutal things, so it made more sense, because it also included part of jiu-jitsu, ground situations. Without passing the guard, they take down to the submissions. directly.
Mm.
So I think in that sense they were correct. The concrete, actually, like you were thrown, then it's hard to breathe, or like you cannot react against your opponent for I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds if it's done properly.
Mm.
And then situation is over. Like 10 seconds
Yeah,
is
sure.
really long in the fight.
You punch and
Yeah.
everything. You
Yeah.
you do everything you want.
Yeah.
But I said to myself, like training in a modern day, judo training in modern day is always on like a really soft tatami. But I imagine that at before in Japan they really train on a really like a thin tatami. You know tatami, like a
Yeah.
traditional tatami.
Like their home style tatami, I think.
It's not sponge, you know.
Yeah, it's straw, actually.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's fucking savage.
Yeah, but that's why they had to train how to fall properly.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. But the difference between
That is true.
the straw tatami and the concrete or whatever surface, if the surface is even, you can still use the technique how to fall,
Mm.
and it can be okay. But if there's some, I don't know, like it's I don't know how to say that, like something is on, like a stone or whatever, then you can hurt really badly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can kill him.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing we should think about martial art training, even with the like kendo,
Yeah.
they don't kill each other. Okay, they don't hurt each other.
Mm.
And to sustain your life, you don't want to hurt a lot of yourself and your partners. So that's how we made a soft tatami or soft surface.
You know, it's the thing. It's really interesting. It's really interesting what you say because I always thinking about that. The form of fight of all martial arts is not real, natural, instinctive form
Mhm.
of human beings fight because we can bite, we can like, you can
Yeah.
use our nail or something like this because. For me, is the form of martial art is like a fight of between deers or something like this because they just butt with head or something like this.
Yeah.
You know, it's just to being an alpha male between males. You know, without killing each other, to prove that I'm stronger than you is like arm wrestling.
Mm.
You know, why we don't kick the balls, why we don't bite.
Mm.
You know. Because we have honor, it's not really religious thing to bite and kicking on the ball. You know, it can kill. The real fight is nuclear, really.
Yeah, or shooting guns, but
yeah,
even people who are talking about real fight, they don't want to kill someone. You know.
No, it's
Yeah.
not the mission. It's not the objective.
Yeah. So what I think is like in the modern society, the brutality is not the main option for everyone.
Mm.
There's rules and laws and police, everyone like living in the society.
Mm.
So being an alpha male in this society is probably like having more power
Mm.
over people
Mm.
and some other constitutions, things like that. It's not about having more brutality
Mm.
and having capacity to kill someone.
Mm.
We're developed much far from that.
Yeah, because it's martial arts is really cultural thing for me. It's form of art, not like a something 100% for practical use to kill someone. You know, It's just a concept. For example, when we are young, we both grew up in Busan when we were young, and then at that time, as you know, when you were in middle school and high school, at that time, if we go to ground, we call it dogfight.
Yeah.
It's not honorable. It's not a good thing. You
So
fight
it's the
like
most
a
effective style of fighting.
yeah. But at that time, the mentality of people, it was not like this.
Yeah.
It's not when they see a UFC is yeah, UFC is disgusting. No, just K1. K1 is the best. Stand up and fight.
Yeah, but and then there was like Pride coming out.
Yeah, it changed their mind.
Yeah.
It changed the game.
But still, the fight between middle school guys or whatever youngsters, so they had a bit of respect of still not killing each other.
Yeah. Not go to ground. Ground is too.
Because if they go to ground, it's forbidden in UFC though. But stamping or like soccer kicks are too dangerous. If you kick on the ribs or on the head, fight will be over if you're not trained. You can finish someone really easily like that.
Yeah, for example, I saw some school fight. As you know, in Busan, is not a joke. When you go to middle school in Busan, Korea, at first year, every day, one fight every day.
Yeah, it's a jungle. You have to set the hierarchy between other friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every day was like a K1 match in the school at the school.
Yeah.
The thing is, there was kind of like a non-talked rule. For example, if one guy turn back, we should stop the fight.
Yeah, or sometimes like if you bleed from the nose, the fight is over. But for
you win if you make a bleed.
Yeah, but to avoid misunderstanding, I never fought in the street or with my friends. Yeah, so
it's really true because that one time I talked with one of my really good friends. He really thought that he's really not martial arts guy. He's really not he's not at all. He's not interested in martial art. But the thing is, he said that every guys who train martial arts gym, jiu-jitsu gym or kickboxing gym or something like this, which guys who are good, they're kind of gangsters or gangster in a job in the school or something like this. Because the reality is opposite. Because if we want to good at martial arts, we should have a discipline in the life. We should continue every day same thing, not like a gangster's mind, like a drinking, something like this. It's kind of lifestyle should be changed, like a monk.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it depends on how much extent you want to reach. Like, if you want to reach a really high level of something, then you have to, quit something bad for your body.
It really feels. One time I watched the manga book, and there it talked about bodybuilders' life.
Yeah, it's horrible as well.
Yeah. Because it's really horrible discipline. You should control a 24-hour in the day for the food. The guy in the manga, he said that I'm like a monk in the city. For me, it's really like this. You should control yourself. It's all about control yourself, like a bodybuilding. I really respect bodybuilding in the mental level.
Their mentality.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, what I saw in the jiu-jitsu is when I was kickboxer and when I competed, I cut really radically. Usually, if my weight was 73, 4, kilogram. I should compete like a 63. But I saw that jiu-jitsu guy doesn't really do that.
It depends, because in jiu-jitsu, like generally speaking, that the competition, the weigh-in is on the same day of competition. That's why they cannot really cut their weight, because they might ruin the conditions. Especially some strict competitions, they check the weight every time they go into the mat to compete. So, like cutting about 2 kilos for my weight division, this would be okay. But cutting more would make people too tired, I think. Yeah. And also, like we say in jiu-jitsu, like you can win heavier people with your technique. So some people still believe in this, and they would think, then if I'm better, it doesn't matter, you know, you can win the heavier guys.
Yeah.
And even if there's like weight cut, the difference wouldn't be huge, I think. Will be like 7 kilos, because it's 7 kilos each division. But it is indeed big difference if you compete in a higher division. But I don't know, like 2-3 kilos are still okay to overcome.
It's better for the health in compare of like a UFC diet and other MMA and boxing diet, because they weight in full. Not the same day.
Yeah, but we wouldn't go through the hard losing weight, but we, on the other hand, we have to maintain our body in a good state in general, so that we can lose just a bit of weight and then compete anytime. It depends, actually, if it's different people, maybe it's different, but for me it's like this. Yeah.
I think it's the moment that you should introduce yourself to everybody. Who are you?
Well, I'm a jiu-jitsu professor of Yeonhui Jiu-Jitsu in Seoul. I'm running the jiu-jitsu gym basically these days. But I never imagined that I'll be like jiu-jitsu professor. Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because I've been just studying in my school days, and my parents wished me to be like an employee of big companies or like a bank or things like that. But I don't know, I fell in love with jiu-jitsu, and I thought like I cannot live without training jiu-jitsu every day. So one of the most reasonable way to train jiu-jitsu and live my life, it was opening a gym. So I opened the gym.
Yeah, when I saw you at the first time, you were kind of not really usual person. I really felt that because you're extremely calm.
Okay.
as right now, extremely
Yeah.
calm, and also like, yeah, I can't neither imagine you as an employee or something like this, because you have a real like how to say, you feel like not entrepreneur. You're not that aggressive, but you like you're a free thinker. You really like a free thing. Maybe
Yeah,
it's not. I didn't really speak well.
I'm probably like really a rebel of this society inside. Uh, I mean, because I look calm because almost every time I'm in my thoughts, actually. If I'm not doing anything, I'm thinking of something.
Okay.
Yeah. And I like to um, progress my thoughts and go deeply into it and live with it.
Mm.
Um, so, I mean, I I'm just like the person who wants to be myself in the society.
Mm.
That brought me until here, I think.
Mm.
Yeah,
So jujitsu helps you to be yourself.
that's true. That's why I continue and I love it.
Mm.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I mean, like to be myself, it's not about just having thoughts what I want to carry.
Mm.
It's also about living
Mm.
the lifestyle you want
Mm.
and improving yourself every day.
Mm.
Yeah.
But also, you said to me that you really love to teach and explain the technique that you analyze yourself, you research yourself, and
Yeah.
what you learn
Yeah.
to your student. When I hear your explanation at your gym, I really feel that you really want to transfer this knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always say that. Yeah, it's really interesting technique. This one is it will like it will happen if you use it at the sparring. But the thing is, it really worked
Yeah.
at my sparring.
Mm.
For example, half guard.
Yeah.
The thing you say that you should like raise the leg, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
one side. I never knew that.
Mm.
I say to myself, maybe I said to myself before, maybe it's kind of theoretical.
Mm.
Maybe he talks too far, like a brown belt thing or
Yeah.
something like this.
Yeah.
But I tested just right after, it worked.
Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Basically, what I try is when I teach, I like to teach something that can work, um, even if you're like beginners,
Mm.
or even if you try at the first time, it should work.
Mm.
Because when I was learning jujitsu, my teachers in Korea, um, they would teach something that wouldn't work, or that is not in fashion, or like something that high-level competitors are using.
Berimboro,
Uh,
Delaiba.
not just about like difficult techniques,
Yeah.
but if they teach half guard, like you would have to try really, really hard
Mm.
to execute what they teach.
Mm.
So what I try to do is, if my students learn the technique I teach,
Mm.
I wish them to understand and see what's happening,
Mm.
and then manipulate the situation
Mm.
the way they want. So I don't want them just to do exactly what I tell them to do.
Mm.
I want them to have some understanding and have capacity to deal with
Mm.
the situation
Mm.
that is given.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the beauty of jiu-jitsu because for me, the beauty of jiu-jitsu is you should prove if it works or not. You know, it's the thing
Yeah.
of a jiu-jitsu. It's not like a taekwondo. It's not like a karate because they just do some kind of so it's alone. But in fight, it doesn't.
Okay, so like a kumite in karate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's things like that is good for learning basic techniques, but in the real situation, there would be too many varieties.
Mm.
Um, yeah, the beauty of jiu-jitsu, yes, indeed. Like you can use the technique in the fight,
Mm.
in the exchange of your opponent's technique and your technique.
Mm. Yeah, the thing of jiu-jitsu is without sparring, you can't get a blue belt or violet belt, any belt.
It depends actually. Like
Oh yeah.
there's Gracie jiu-jitsu, and they don't have sparrings until blue belt. They start only after being blue belt, and
What?
they receive blue belt after training a year.
What?
So it's just different thing we can apprehend that it's different style of jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought opposite. Like a Grace jiu-jitsu should be really street fight style. We should prove everything. Or something like this.
I don't know. For some people, it doesn't really matter to prove your technique.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
what's good about Gracie jiu-jitsu is it made jiu-jitsu a bit more reachable to people. Yeah, especially in Korea, if you train jiu-jitsu, like they would think like, you're doing something a bit weird. Some weirdos are doing jiu-jitsu. Because some might think it's too brutal and too aggressive. But if you're introduced by Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, they will build your skills very slowly and softly rather. So it's good for exercising
Yeah.
and being familiar with Jiu-Jitsu. And they teach some self-defense things. Yeah, so I think it's still, it has good aspects. Yeah.
It's really strange to see you in the studio and you recording for
Okay.
the podcast. Because you're always like a workout. You even do a lot of climbing and running or something like this. You always work out, sport. How do you feel in this studio podcast and recording situation? You're comfortable?
Actually, I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, it's make me
yeah, because
happy.
yeah, you're making a comfortable environment first, but I'm okay actually with situations that I'm exposed to public. Yeah.
No, just think like we are just only both of two, and
Huh?
it's just you just if you think that there is like a big public in front of us or something like this, maybe it's not really comfortable situation. I don't even want to imagine that because I'm not really good speaker in front of a really big public.
Yes, but because if you upload this on YouTube or other channel,
Yeah,
we never
it's
know how many people will watch or listen this.
maybe 1 million, 2 million.
Not that level, but I understand that this could be exposed to like many public.
I hope that I work on.
Yeah.
So it's not weird to like hear your voice that like sensitively.
Actually, not because
Not really.
yeah, because I went to a lot of karaoke. So when you sing on the mic, your voice actually sounds very different, and people say that's actually your voice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty familiar, and also I went to like singing competitions in school several times. I'm pretty okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're really interesting guy. Because you one time you said that I asked you if you have a belt for your trouser and pants. Something like that. You said that you don't have belt, but you only have like a jiu-jitsu belt.
Yeah.
Well, out of gym, you always wear like like every athlete. And
Yeah, comfortable sports clothes. But I used to wear some like dressed up style
yeah,
before.
like
But
like John Dana wearing always rash guard.
yeah, but before I was wearing nicely. Before
Before jiu-jitsu.
no, even after jiu-jitsu, when I was studying,
Mm.
I was wearing nicely. But at some point, I just found that it's comfortable to wear sports clothes, so I wear sports clothes.
I think in our age, I'm 35 and you're 32, right?
Mm.
So we really find our own style. We really figure out who
Yeah,
we are.
yeah,
So what I like. So that's why I always wearing like a shirt and white t-shirt or something like that, because I really found that I really tried when I was young. I really tried every style, but now I really want how level I want to be comfortable.
yeah.
How level I want to be chic. How level I
Yeah.
really see exactly what I like to wear.
I don't know. For me, I have like different modes. I enjoy wearing good clothes, nice clothes. I enjoy dressing up. But in the daily life, it's just not comfortable. So if I have an occasion to wear like suits, I would wear it and I would enjoy it.
But not every day.
Not every day, because my schedule is training jiu-jitsu,
Yeah, coaching,
teaching,
yeah.
and training something else. So it's not necessary, but I still enjoy.
You said that you like Mikey Musumeci, right? Is it good pronunciation?
Mikey Musumeci.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
Musumeci is Italian name? Oh,
It is Italian, yeah. His origin is
Italian.
Italian, I think.
Okay, Italian American.
Yeah.
That's
Italian
why he
American.
always eating a pizza.
Yeah, yeah,
Spaghetti.
yeah.
I really I kind of see him in you. Kind of similar vibe.
I'll be honored.
You'll be what?
I'll be honored if you say so.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a world champion.
He's kind of idol of your idol.
There's a lot of influence in my jiu-jitsu. He's like a gi jiu-jitsu encyclopedia, so I'm learning a lot from him.
Because you went to his seminar in Korea, and how was he? He was big. He was small. I don't know. Muscular.
He's not jacked like bodybuilders or other jiu-jitsu competitors who do some steroid. He's very, very fit and looks like he doesn't have much fat at all. Yeah, and the height of him is probably like 174 centimeter, things like that.
74?
Yeah, he's tall for his division, actually. He's very lanky and not explosive, he say. Because I'm like 178, and there wasn't a big difference between him and I when I took picture with him.
Yeah, but I really imagined him like 180. Well, like 1 meter 80
No, no,
centimeter.
no. He competes in minus 63 or sometimes even lowest
Okay.
division.
Okay.
So he's really tall actually for his division.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But he was not really like a giant in the real, like
No, not at
74.
all.
1 meter 74 is not.
Yeah, but when we see him on YouTube or like on videos,
Yeah.
we might think that
Think that,
he's really
yeah.
small, but actually he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always saw that because every like a star that I saw on the television
Mm.
in real, they're kind of small because we can't feel this kind of like a scale with the television.
There's Lachlan Giles like one of the best teacher of jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
He looks really big actually on videos, but he's actually small.
Like how tall?
168. I think.
68.
Yeah. I mean, compared to what we feel like, he's pretty small, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like as I make a video and I see a lot of
Yeah.
dancers, it looks really kind of average height in the television or on internet or music video clip.
Mm.
Usually they're kind of small, like 1 meter 70 or something like this.
Mm.
I think it's easier when we are not really big to dance.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they're really quick and
I cannot imagine like a 220 centimeter person dancing well. If there's exceptions, I don't know.
Like-
Just tell me.
like techno Goliath.
Yeah. All right, but yeah.
Yeah, but like big people, like when they dance or when they move, when
Mm.
they even do jiu-jitsu and like a martial art,
Mm.
they feel like they move like big dog. You know, they're really
yeah.
kind of
Big guys have big guys move.
yeah, sure. Because you know Yorkshire Terrier and like a big dog, it doesn't move in the same way. You know.
Yeah.
All right, what is Mikey I can't really pronounce
Musumeci?
Mikey Musumeci's record? Like, how is like?
Record?
Yeah.
I've never seen him losing actually. So he's been winning all the competition he's participating. He's like one of the few American competitor who won the Jiu-Jitsu IBJJF Worlds competition.
12 win, 1 lose in one championship maybe. This one floor grappling.
Floor grappling championship, but it's just about floor grappling.
Okay.
He lost against Gabriel Souza, which is a heavier division of him. He decided to compete in a heavier division.
Yeah.
So in Nogi, so he lost. If he competed in Gi, I might bet that he would win against Gabriel Souza. I mean, he's really tough opponent, but Musumeci has still higher chance, I think. Yeah.
25 matches, 22 win. It's only about certain competition maybe.
Oh, you see that he lost against Gabriel Souza, right?
Yeah. It's only lose. He loses.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, not Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he's actually like heavyweight or light heavyweight. Mikey Musumeci decided to compete in like heavyweight division.
Absolute.
Not absolute.
Heavyweight?
Heavyweight division.
Why?
He won the first match and he lost against Muhammad Ali.
Why he did that? Just kind of challenge to prove that jiu-jitsu is over than weight.
Because he knows that he can win the world, I think, in his division. So his teacher is actually, he won the black belt from Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay, UFC fighter.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to be like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner and competitor, and
Sorry to cut. Gilbert Burn is that good
in
in
Jiu-Jitsu.
jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, yeah.
He's that good.
He's super good.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know.
Okay. Maybe he didn't have a lot of chance to show his jiu-jitsu skill in UFC, but he's super good. Like he's
Okay.
one of the legendaries, I would say.
Ooh.
So Gilbert Burns is the person who would push you until the limits. Okay, so Musumeci was training since I don't know 4 years old, and thanks to the early start and his enthusiasm of jiu-jitsu, he could win like all the competitions as a child, and then he come to like blue belt. He wins, I don't know the words, really quickly. So he got promoted to purple belt in some months, and then to the next belt in some months. So he became from blue to black really early, like I don't know, like 2 or 3 years.
Blue to black, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but because he was training jiu-jitsu like ever since,
Okay.
from 4. I mean, there's kids belt system and then adult belt system.
Yeah. If it's
Yeah,
like this.
yeah. And he competed a lot. So
and
he won the words of like purple and brown.
Yeah, sure.
So it's normal that he received black belt.
It's like Jang In-sung in Korea. Jang In-sung is really like he went to black belt really quite quick, right?
Quite quickly, but still he trained other martial arts that I know.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah.
So he had already base of a martial art.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just piece?
Yeah,
real quick.
I was saying actually Gilbert Burns is someone who pushes yourself until the limit. So Musumeci won the black belt wars, and then like his total goal was to win the black belt in his division. So he worked super hard just for that, and then after he won the black belt wars, then he wasn't feeling anything actually. Like, he wasn't happy about it. Yeah.
Why he wasn't happy?
Like he couldn't feel anything. Like he was just into this goal about like achieving the goal, and like it's not about enjoying the journey of preparing and of the competition itself. He won, but he wasn't feeling anything. But Gilbert Burns will tell him like to go for like next level of the challenge. Like he would put him into another challenge. So like to compete in higher division, for example, or to compete in like nogi or things like that. So he has this kind of spirit of challenging himself. So that's why he put himself in the like light heavyweight division and tried himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tell me if it is kind of hard to talk for a long time.
It's
okay.
good. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I hope that you enjoy the conversation. Because sometimes you're kind of like a silent guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried about.
I enjoy talking about jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, like, I saw that in one championship of Musumeci.
Yeah.
Musumeci, he fought against Shinya Aoki,
Yeah.
and he won with Shinya Aoki's skill.
Yeah. It's called Aokilak.
Yeah, Aoki luck.
Mm.
Can we just watch together?
Yeah.
I'm gonna YouTube. No. Move. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
The position I hit is called an Aoki
You
lock.
can
It's a
skip
modified
this,
heel hook,
actually.
but I learned this position from Shinya Aoki. It's his submission that he invented. What I think of a master of jiu-jitsu is somebody that inspires another generation, and then they're doing the positions that you created. Shinya deserves so much credit. I did his move on him. So that's like a master to student. Like, he's an idol of mine for being 40 years old and still competing and challenging himself. That's a champion.
Justin Braun, our referee in charge. Mikey Musumeci says it's an honor for him to compete against Shinya Aoki, the legend here in Lumpini Boxing Stadium.
Yeah, Musumeci's offering up the leg.
Usually it's Shinya Aoki who is
Pulling the guard.
puller, yeah.
Well, should talk about like extent of guard pulling. Musumeci will always go for the guard.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
more guard puller
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Shinya Aoki.
Just so Shinya would pull on it just to get him into his guard. Musumeci's got a very tricky guard. Musumeci's only got 5 losses on a very extensive career in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and all of those losses, Rich, have come to bigger opponents. So this is a good matchup for Shinya Aoki.
Yeah, this is a good matchup. Mike talked about that, how he wanted to test his skill level against a bigger guy and against someone of Aoki's caliber.
I mean, Shinya
Just go
Aoki
back
is still
to
competitive,
Aoki,
yeah?
Musumeci
At
there
that
throwing
age.
up the leg.
Um,
Just keep in mind in the rule set in one championship,
He competed
once you
in
enter into the guard, it has to be, you have to enter in
mixed
on
martial
it.
art,
You
I
can't
think.
just drop to your butt and
Yeah,
scoot in.
also.
So Musumeci is looking for a lower body attack.
Trying to attack the limbs of one of the innovators.
So
of
he would
big
pull the
boxing,
hand
mixed
and go for
martial
the
arts.
K guard and bring the leg over his body and
A little bit about this being new
go for
school
some
against old
heel
school.
hook type of attacks.
Sometimes Shinya was that new school, Rich.
But
He was a new
Shinya is
school, and he talked
defending
about it.
well
He
by
was
putting his
chatting with him this week. He
hips
said, you know,
backward
as
and
an
legs
old school
backward.
grappler, we have a
It's
certain
hard
way
to
of
reach
grappling, and, you know, there
by
is this
Musumeci's
new
hand.
style in this new generation. He said, you can't
But
implement that
Musumeci is
into your game or
trying,
try to
like,
grapple the way
to
that
off
your
balance
generation grapples. He said, you know,
and attack the upper body.
implement it
So
in,
now he
utilize
scooped
it
the
as
leg.
part of your game in order to learn. And Musumeci here is
Now the danger starts.
tackling him, and his hip is high above the knee line here.
Yeah, that was a tricky entry.
Musumeci has a really nice skill called
Just to get a better grip
Mikey lock.
into the leg.
Yeah,
He
Aoki
uses
said,
as like
you know,
a
you have to
position
grapple
rather
with
than
them,
a
just
submission.
Learn how to deal with the things that they have. If you try grappling like them, you're going to lose it.
But now it's like inverted heel hook position.
Grappling against that new school grappler, Caden
There's
Toro,
like
and was able to take him the
hand
distance,
fight
lost
going on.
essentially submission attempts,
So
but
for the heel hook, he has to expose the heel.
innovators of this new school of jiu-jitsu.
Well, for Musumeci, 14 of his 30 submissions have been by foot, leg,
Shinya
or
should
feet
work on like
blocks.
removing his leg, Musumeci's leg,
Shinya Aoki.
but he's more concentrated
Aoki here, he
on
might be
removing the
very
hands
comfortable in
actually.
this position,
Mm.
but if this ends up getting too deep, the referee could end up calling a catch, and that's a difficult lead to come back from just from being too relaxed in a position.
He's trying to pry on that leg to create a little bit of separation. Shinya's
So
reaching
Shinya is putting hand
legs of
to
Mikey to try to prevent
defend
that
his
from happening,
Mikey
but
Musumeci's leg.
slowly but surely, Mikey's going to try to extend that leg.
Yeah, but
Now he's got the
he
arms
got the leg
locked up.
position.
There's his
Ah.
first attempt here at an Achilles lock. That's
Ah,
Yeah,
And the tap, it's there and it's over.
Yeah.
Mikey Musumeci makes quick work
He's
of
quick.
Shinya
He's really
Aoki.
quick.
yeah, it's really quick.
Submitting
Um,
the Grandmaster of Blade submissions, 14 straight wins for the man known as Darth Rigatoni.
This is exactly what Musumeci was talking about this week. He said that he wanted to do something against Shinya Aoki that Rotolo could not do.
I mean, we can really see that Musumeci he's really respecting Shinya Aoki after.
Yeah, Musumeci is really a polite person because I met him in person and he's very nice.
Mm.
Yeah, nice to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, Shinya Aoki at that time, post the fight, Shinya Aoki should say, "Yeah, it was good. It was good, real technique." Something like that. His voice is really like unique.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, bagaero. Maybe it's from a lot of chalk.
Huh? Oh yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Some Japanese speak like that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And also with against Jared Brooks, he fought.
Who?
Jared Brooks. Maybe you know. In this fight. Did you see that?
No, I think I didn't watch this.
Okay, let's watch.
Oh, I did and I don't remember. Who is Jared Brooks?
I don't know. Maybe, but it's recent match of Musumeci.
Maybe he's
He said, "I'm
MMA
chaotic and
fighter?
quick." We are underway.
Musumeci already trying to get those grips going, reaching out there for the leg. Brooks has got to be careful here.
Yeah, Brooks knows.
Musumeci will pull guard.
Musumeci is very tall compared
Brooks
to him.
knows that he has to hit something quick. So it'll be interesting to see what his strategy is here in Mikey's guard, whether he decides to continue to engage or to try to stand up and break himself out of this closed guard position and just re-engage him on the feet.
He's got really strong close guard actually.
Musumeci goes across the body, attacks the opposite side arm, foot on the hip, goes rubber guard, a version of rubber guard.
Musumeci is so slick. The flyweight submission grappling world champion against Jared Brooks here at the legendary Lumpini Boxing Stadium in Bangkok. It's won Fight Night 13.
Ray, I've grappled with Musumeci, and it is like trying to watch David Blaine do magic tricks. It is impossible to see what he's doing. You have no idea. Before you know it, you're either going to sleep or your arms get ripped off your body. It's so difficult to
So
grapple
Brooks
with
is
Musumeci.
putting a lot of pressure
So innovative. It's this new
to avoid
generation of
submissions.
BJJ, Rich.
Yeah, I was going to correct Ray.
Musumeci is going
Musumeci's
rubber
not
guard
slick
and he
at all.
slipped
He's the
out.
exact opposite. He's super tacky and
Now
sticky.
going for the leg.
You can't get away from him. You see that here, and this is the leg, but Musumeci talked about this. He has that leg, and you can see that Brooks has his knee out.
Now he's starting Mikey lock
Looks like Brooks
position.
is going for something of his own.
With ears.
Brooks has
Yeah.
his short legs. Musumeci had addressed that. That it would be difficult to submit on the bottom half of his body.
He's always attacking something. So if you legs out, he's going to go after the leg. He's going to go after the Mikey lock. He's going to
So Mikey is attacking every time and Brooks is defending every time.
Just like he was right there. So it's this constant variety of attacks that come from Musumeci that make him so hard to deal with. And he's also got really little legs, so it's hard to attack heel hooks as well. Like Tom DeBlas was saying when we called his match earlier a couple of months ago. He's so difficult to deal with, but Brooks also has little legs as well, so it'll be an interesting battle.
They are talking about little legs.
Back to neck is what I
If
think
you have little legs, you are less
Yeah,
vulnerable
we
to
saw
heel hooks.
Musumeci there looking to attack.
Okay.
He just
Yeah.
looked like he was reaching down for Jared Brooks' leg there, and Brooks kind of sprawled his leg out while simultaneously. See, he has his hand on his throat
Maybe to the
there,
center.
like which is legal because he's not. As long as he's not grabbing the trachea or digging in, he can use his hand on the throat. He can press. He can cross face. And this is exactly what Brooks needs to be doing. Hopefully, this kind of stuff from Brooks' perspective will take Musumeci out of that game plan. You see him just staying heavy on the neck, nullifying any of Musumeci's hip motions because where the head goes, the body will follow, and he just can't reach Brooks' leg there.
Yeah, now it's going for K guard and change to Mikey lock again or the heel hook. Yeah,
Brooks is doing a good job clearing the knee line.
he want to either back take or
Musumeci attacks the leg
finish on the heel hooks.
into a possible side control, but Musumeci gets the heel. Now he's got the leg. Almost had heel exposure there, but Brooks did a good job of peeling the leg out. This match is different for Brooks because Brooks is usually the aggressor on the ground, Rich. He's the guy who's in the knee bar. Might be able to clear this knee line. And he does. Musumeci's going to go
Now
heel.
he'll catch.
He has the heel exposed.
Musumeci so aggressive here against Jared
So
Brooks.
avoiding
Once throwing
the
in
leg
world
submissions
Keep in
can
mind,
lead
the
to
referee
sweeps.
just called a catch on that one leg.
Now he's on the back
Wow.
control. Yeah.
Bad position for Brooks here.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Mikey's got
Transition.
Jared Brooks. He's on and Mikey's
Body
strict.
triangle means game is over.
Triangle locked in there. This
Yeah.
is going to be a lot of.
Watch how he look what he does to the hands, right? He's fighting
Now
the
it's a
hands.
hand fight.
He's going to try to push his right hand down so he can
The
control his
person
left hand, and then that's going to allow
who's
Musumeci
taken the
to
back
attack the
has
choke.
to fight the hands and escape the legs.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's really hard.
He's grabbing his hand, as you said to me, as you teach to
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
to me,
yeah.
as you
Quite
teach.
find the position. Brooks is doing a good job at defending. Brooks has excellent
Not
submission
wrist.
defense, even though we really haven't seen it in his mixed
Brooks
martial
is
arts
defending
contest.
well, but
Because
he's
the
only
guy that's
defending. He
attacking.
cannot attack anything.
Looks
So
like
in the
Brooks,
end,
like in this hand
Musumeci
fighting
will
that
get
he's
the
doing is
submission, I
kinda
think.
grabbing the thumb. It's borderline whether he's.
It's just a question of time.
manipulating.
Yeah.
He looked like he had the thumb. He had part of the palm in there as well, but he's just got to be careful with making sure he doesn't grab a single finger or something like that to defend.
Well, Brooks said he wanted to make this a fight.
Is it
He
allowed
didn't
to
wanna
grab
make it a grappling
finger in
match.
one
He wanted
championship?
to make things
No,
as
like-
dirty as the rules
Just
would
foul?
allow.
Yeah, it's
Hasn't got a
foul.
warning yet.
You have to grab more than 4 fingers.
Mikey
of one.
Musumeci.
Okay.
Action red.
But Jared Brooks fighting tough here against Mikey Musumeci, one of the most decorated grapplers in the history.
He has to deal with the legs.
He's happy.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
Celebrates
because there was
the restart.
no submission going on.
It's like a Pride FC rule.
There wasn't
Yeah.
enough action there.
Okay.
To make it more spectacular.
Even though
Okay.
Musumeci had the dominant position there just wasn't enough action, so he restarted him. And
Rich,
here-
was it a good, stand-up or no?
Again, same scenario.
You know,
From the close guard to
this
the
is tough
legs.
call because I don't see anything happening from that position, but it's difficult for me to say, man, Musumeci does everything they
So
need to
he
do in order
attacks
to get the back. So to
arms
take that away from
and
somebody because it takes time
To avoid the
actually
arm
get
attack,
to a submission is
Brooks has to
tough for me to say
expose
they
the
get a
legs.
good stand-up, but they're trying to
And
keep
then
the action
Mikey
moving.
goes for the
This is
legs.
chess, Rich Franklin, not
So
checkers. You
he's
gotta give
always
these guys
changing
time to
from
work.
upper body
Agree with
attack
you.
to lower body attack.
Especially because Musumeci had the back of Jared Brooks. Under 4 minutes to go. The flyweight submission grappling world championship on the line. The champion Mikey Musumeci on the bottom. Jared Brooks on top.
I would tip my hat if I was wearing one because Jared Brooks has gone 7 minutes with one of the best grapplers in the world, which says a lot about his grappling abilities.
Now it's
Not
the
only has he gone
arm.
7 minutes,
Triangle.
Wow, that was fast.
Got the
too.
triangle.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Now it's reverse triangle.
Mikey Musumeci's looking
Ah, okay. It's not traditional triangle reverse.
Now he just have to hug his arm, but yeah, Brooks is defending
The arm on the far side.
well. He's really
Mikey
tough.
Musumeci with a submission attempt on Jared Brooks. Can he finish off the one
Maybe
strawweight
armbar?
MMA world champion?
He's
Brooks is in
avoiding
trouble here.
angles.
Musumeci did say if he didn't submit Jared Brooks, he would consider it a
Yeah,
loss.
this
Now it's arm lock.
The arm lock for Musumeci and the triangle choke. He's trying to lock it in. Can he do it?
Maybe he would have to change
Brooks is ultra
the
tough,
triangle
trying
legs.
to stack Musumeci, alleviate some of that
Oh,
pressure.
yeah, one of the common escape
Musumeci
is to
attacking
stack
the arm on the
and
right side. Looks like
turn.
He abandoned the straight arm lock. Now he's trying to cinch
but
in that
Musumeci
triangle.
knows how to defend.
Keep in mind this
Escape.
triangle is reversed, like the angle on his reversed.
Okay, that was arm lock.
Musumeci defeats Jared Brooks to retain his flyweight submission grappling world champion. He made good on his promise.
No, I just found this match because it was one of the recent match. Who is Jared Brooks?
Well, apparently he looks like a MMA fighter.
His movement, right? Movement.
Hmm. And like the state of his muscle, it
Yeah,
looks more
he's an
suitable
MMA guy.
for MMA than jiu-jitsu.
MMA guy. Yeah, I mean, in a standing situation, he moved like a MMA, like a striking. He jumped, kind of. Professional American professional mixed martial arts. Currently at one championship. His champion, one strawweight won one championship champion. Okay, a professional competitor, blah blah blah. Okay, rising also. All right. So what I recently I saw a video of I really like Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
I really like as I used to say in the gym. I really like his style, his vibe, like his white hair, everything like it. I really like.
Okay.
I think every member of that squad of John Danaher,
Yeah.
they're kind of all unique in the style and their mindset, and I don't know.
Yeah. Especially, I think it's because in US, everyone is free of their thoughts. Different from Korea.
But in France, there is no like a fighter like them, you know.
I don't know. I think
Americans
in France, I think they are all special as well.
Mm.
Yeah, they're very special.
For me, I really like American style as a fashion. Like
Okay, I don't know what exactly is American style, but
you know, like fade haircut, really proper haircut, really proper like shoes and clean white T-shirt and something like this, bling bling. You know?
Okay.
For me, it's like this. So anyway, I saw like John Jones is preparing against Stipe Miocic
Yeah.
in UFC, and like John Jones is training with Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
And it's really impressive, the sparring between John Jones and Gordon Ryan. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very short, I think.
Yeah, a very short video, but this video, because John Jones was, I don't know, I'm gonna explain after this. This one. It's the same. It's repetition. You know, for me, this video is kind of, it means something because John Jones is like a Olympian wrestler or something like this,
Yeah.
right? In my memory. Gordon Ryan, jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
For me, jiu-jitsu move is like, even if it's like this, even if you attack me, I kind of let you do that first, and then I'm gonna bring you to another game, and then even if you do something in the other game, I'm gonna bring you to another game, you know. But wrestling mindset is, I'm gonna attack you and I'm gonna fix you here, you know. It really felt I really saw this kind of like a two different style in this sparring.
It depends. Even in jiu-jitsu, like everything is relative. And Gordon knows that his wrestling is not better than John Jones. So he choose to counter fight.
Yeah, because he didn't pro.
He knows that if he sprawls, that Jones can chain attack to other wrestling situation. And Gordon is avoiding actually extremely to be on the ground. actually in this scenario. I don't know what kind of rules of this sparring, but Gordon was avoiding, obviously, to be on the ground, to be on bottom. If it's like a really submission-based rule, then he wouldn't really avoid maybe. But all the MMA fighters, they are really good at putting someone on the ground. So like without being in danger of submissions.
Like you said in your blog, you said that maybe Habib can beat like almost every like a grappling guys, maybe.
Yeah, but it would also depend on the rule set. But Khabib can put most of the jiu-jitsu grapplers on the ground for a long time. Like they cannot get up.
Not submission, right?
Submission, I don't know. If there's pounding, then they can. Khabib can submit them. But generally speaking, I don't know. Jiu-jitsu guys are good at defending submissions, and they have deeper understanding probably. It would really depend on who he's fighting against, though. But for sure that he can put everyone on the mat for a really long time and make them exhausted.
In combat sambo or sambo, there's no leg lock.
There are many leg locks happening.
There's a lot of leg lock.
Because in the sambo rule, if there's no submission action in like 5 seconds, they have to get up again. So they wouldn't do like again like takedown to guard pass and submission like traditional jiu-jitsu style. They would go directly from takedown to submissions, or just directly to submissions. So they developed leg locks from jumping, like scissors kick, scissors takedown. It's really dangerous, and they would want to finish really quickly, like in 5 seconds. So even before the introducing of leg lock game in jiu-jitsu, it was already existing in sambo, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought that in sambo we're not allowed to leg lock.
No. There's a lot of heel hooks. A lot of dangerous calf slicers, knee bars. I was learning it in Busan, actually. Yeah.
There's sambo gym in Busan.
There used to be. Now there isn't, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you trained this, when you tried sambo, what was your belt of jiu-jitsu?
I was white belt.
Ah, okay.
And then I found sambo, and at that time sambo was the most, like, the closest sport to like MMA. So I wanted to try. And yeah,
I think the influence of Habib is really big. It's really, really big in the MMA game and jiu-jitsu game. Whole martial arts. He changed.
Yeah.
I mean, before the answer was, you should learn jiu-jitsu. You should learn like a takedown. You should learn like a striking in some way. We kind of found some way, but Habib like it kind of destroyed all the answer. Kind of, he brew really like a sambo style, wrestling style game, and pressure.
I don't know. It's still very different, actually, from real sambo style, because sambo is with gi. It's actually gi grappling, right? Sports sambo or combat sambo, they are still wearing gi on their upper body, and they are wearing like shorts on lower body, so they cannot grab the pants, but they can grab the legs. They are still using gi material. So it's mixture of judo and wrestling. So it's not exactly the sambo competition style, but he adapted to like MMA. So it's like MMA style of sambo, I would say, because it's without gi. Yeah.
So he's just good MMA fighter.
I would say it's like no-gi sambo. There isn't such thing, but it is actually a no-gi sambo, what he's doing.
But at the beginning of his career in UFC, he was not good at striking. But like at the last fight, he was really good at striking. In AKA, he trained, and there's a lot of good wrestlers like Daniel Cormier, and, like Cain Velasquez.
Yeah,
everybody good wrestler, most are wrestler. But as the name of gym is American Kickboxing Academy, maybe there's a lot of good coach of kickboxing.
On striking, I guess. Because these days, the level of striking in UFC is really high. So they have... Like, Cain Velasquez is really good at...
Striking. Really good. Like, really aggressive.
Yeah. So I guess he learned from here.
I really like also like a North American coaches like Greg Jackson.
Yeah.
And also, what was the name of the coach of TriStar?
Faris Jahabi.
Yeah, I really like his thinking really deep, like a reflection about martial arts.
Yeah.
And everything. One thing that I really love with Greg Jackson, I really want to talk about this. I really think that the ability of teaching is totally different than ability to compete.
That's true.
Martial art.
Yeah.
Totally different thing. Greg Jackson, I really researched kind of Greg Jackson. Greg Jackson never competed. Neither kickboxing, neither any martial art. He never competed. He just was a dude who trained in the gym, gym rat. But he just developed as a coach. He became really successful with a really famous fighter like GSP, John Jones, everybody. I think coaching ability is totally different story.
So yeah, there's a same story in jiu-jitsu as well. So in the Gracie family, the one who was thought that developed modern, like this kind of style of jiu-jitsu is Elio Gracie. And he was really weak person. And he wasn't actually participating in the class. He was just watching because he couldn't train.
Well, he couldn't train?
Because he was too weak.
That weak?
Yeah. He was often sick.
Ah, okay.
But I think, I don't know, it was like Carlos Gracie or different person was instructor. When he was absent, Elio started teaching other students. And then actually it was really good and it was working so well. So people just wanted to learn from Elio. And that's why this kind of like ground style of jiu-jitsu developed more, actually. The like original form of Gracie jiu-jitsu or Brazilian jiu-jitsu can be well seen from Rickson Gracie. Actually, it's like you need a strong body and coordination. It's about like top game and making your opponent worn out and make him very tired and finish with the submission on top, actually. But Elio taught techniques from the bottom. So like any people, like even weak people like him, could use the technique of jiu-jitsu to fight against like stronger people.
So you kind of you learned jiu-jitsu kind of whole your life in Korea, and then you went to like France to train for 1 year in one jiu-jitsu in Lyon, France.
Yeah, yeah.
How was different like a way to teach between? I mean, we can't generalize whole country because even in France there's a lot of difference of way to teach.
Yeah.
But what was the big difference that you felt?
Well, actually, one jiu-jitsu is called as like best jiu-jitsu gym in France. And the coach, Vincent, he's from France, but he received black belt from the Mendes brothers.
Ah,
Yeah, so
okay.
all his techniques almost were from Mendes brothers.
Okay.
And in Korea, I was learning on the Mendes brothers website to improve my own jiu-jitsu.
BJJ fanatic.
There wasn't even BJJ fanatics at the time, so it was just AOJ online. So everyone was watching AOJ online, and I was trying those techniques, and I was teaching as a coach in my gym. So I taught AOJ techniques. So the biggest difference was the level of technique itself, and the way of teaching is like he would make us drill a bit more than Korea, and
Make us what?
make us drill,
Drill more.
and a bit more like specific positional sparrings than Korea at that time. And so not a lot of warm-ups actually. Like there's no animal drills, for example. It was only for beginners class. We would go directly on like technique, and we would drill, and then have positional sparring, and then another technique, another positional sparring. That's how it worked, and we were not doing like this in Korea. We would do like everyday same thing first, about 30 minutes, like some yoga or stretching, and then running in circle in the gym. Also like some animal drills on the ground. Then like 30 minutes passes, and sometimes you would do training to develop your body, and then techniques for like about 15 minutes. We learn, we try, I don't know, like 5 or 10 times, and then move to next technique, and then have sparrings. That was how it's working in all times.
Okay.
In 2011 to 2016.
So you try to like applicate some part of like a curriculum of one jiu-jitsu for your gym, kind of that you liked.
I tried at first, but when I was running the gym, it was quite different because one jiu-jitsu, we had a lot of colored belts already.
Yeah.
So it would be like different. Like they were practicing some same stuff for a long time, so they already know the basics of techniques, and they can go directly into like some higher level techniques. But when I first opened the gym, normally they are all beginners, or even if they're not beginners, or if they're blue belts, they are totally new to the concept or techniques that I'm trying to teach. So I had to start from the basics. Yeah.
Okay. But what I really liked, I was training in only one gym, like a Thai box in Korea.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was 5 years, during 5 years or something like this. Just only one gym, because I thought that it's best way to train in only one gym. And then I went to France, left to France, and I kind of moved at the beginning a lot for the school or something like this. So I changed like 5 times gyms, like an MMA gym, like a Thai boxing gym, and other martial arts or something like this. The thing is, like each gym said, like, no, it's wrong. Your skill is wrong. You should change. This one is more like a practical. And I moved to another gym. No, it's not. You should change your style, something like this. But the thing is, at the beginning, I refused because I thought that my skill was answered because I was good at my old gym.
Yeah.
I was really good at my old gym. But at this gym, the coach said, no, it's not good. And the other gym said another thing. But after a while, I accepted to the variation of different skills. So I try to not to refuse and absorb a whole different skill. So I really like so that's why why I have my it helped me to find my own way, own point of view of a martial arts, and I have my own perspective. What kind of skill I should improve? What kind of skill I should learn in this gym? What kind of skill? It's me who choose.
Yeah.
You know, it helped me to being like this. I kind of like this kind of experience to change gym and do different thing, do different style.
Yeah, I think so. Even for jiu-jitsu, like if you're not taught by like really best teachers in the world, at a certain level, like if you become like higher level, you will need to find your own skill sets that your game. You have to develop your own game, and you have to put some skill trees of your own that is really suitable for you. It's same for everyone actually. If you have a good teacher, that he would explain you how to develop your game. But if you don't have a good teacher, you will have to do everything by yourself.
Yeah, you should be active to learn.
Yeah, because you're actually in the end developing yourself. So.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I mean, you should be active and you should be like flexible.
Yeah, so in martial arts, what we learn is to adapt ourselves. And there's not something absolute in martial arts. Like, you can learn different style, and nothing is wrong. Nothing is 100% right.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we should always adapt. Like one day, Bruce Lee said, "Be like water."
He said, "Be water, my
be
friend."
be water, my friend.
Yeah.
It's really true. For a whole life, even apart from martial arts, it's really.
No, even like aside from the techniques, to be successful, you have to adapt yourself or your environment, everything, for the goal you want to achieve. That's what I learned from the sports and sports people.
Yeah, I mean,
for
whom I like to talk with people like you, who does a lot of martial arts, because I don't know, because usually people who does a lot of martial arts for a long time, they have their own philosophy.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Maybe martial arts make us think about philosophy or something like this.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, they think like successful competitors or like sports stars. Some people think they are just good at they're moving their body or their capacity to manipulate their body or their body strength or energy is good, so that they're successful in their sports. But it's actually really about controlling oneself. Like
Totally.
yeah.
Totally. What I spar, what I spar, and when I spar and when I compete in the box, hard sparring or soft sparring, whatever. What I'm always really thinking about is I should have really cold mindset and very hot body. I should move really quick, but inside of me, I should be really calm.
Yeah, sure.
It's the perfect status for martial arts. People think that, yeah, he box really like a fast and he fight really fast and maybe he's angry or something like that. No, good fighter is opposite usually.
They are really like technical and everything is calculated actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you should really be calm in the inside of you.
So to win, actually, you need to know what's happening and adapt yourself in the like situation that your opponent is giving, or you make make a situation and make your opponent move through your intention.
All right, I think it's time to kind of eat because I'm kind of quite hungry right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we talk like I think 1 hour and a half or something like this. So yeah, do you have something to say before to finish? So it's good. Maybe you can come back next time to talk.
Yeah, I feel like to talk about sports and other people, I can talk more. There's a lot to talk about, but yeah. So for the ones who are not training any kind of sport, I highly recommend to train sports. It will develop some capacity of adapting yourself, and like you will be like owner of your life if you train constantly, because you have to plan and execute and adapt every time. So I really highly recommend to train whatever kind of sports to anyone.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good phrase from the jiu-jitsu instructor Eon Ho Lee of Yeonhui Jiu-jitsu. And yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Okay, thank you very much. And if anyone visits Korea and who needs to train jiu-jitsu, you need to visit Yeonhui Jiu-jitsu. It's 10 minutes from Hongdae Station. Yeah, you're welcome to join my class.
He can even speak in French. So French guys, you're bienvenue.
Not very much, but I can understand a bit of French.
But even Korean guys are really welcoming. Really welcome. Your guys are really welcome.
Yeah,
so,
we have a good atmosphere.
Yeah,
good vibe.
very.
Yeah.
If you like chill and vibey person, this gym is really perfect gym for you. Vibey gym. There's vibe. Sorry for my pronunciation. It's very vibey gym. There's some vibe. You will see. Okay, it's time to eat. Okay, bon appetit, everybody. And see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for having me. See you next time.